Welcome to the AFC East by NAFCo. I'm Perry, and first I'd like to thank our sponsors, West PA Systems, your 21st century electrical build contractor, and you can visit them at westpasystems.com, as well as NAFCo, the Northern Appalachian Film Collective. Check us out on Facebook. The NAFCo Film Collective Facebook group is a hopping place, especially if you like talking film. And we also have Dakota, the Du Bois Area Council on the Arts. With me today is we have Paul Garrettson, Jeff Carey, and I myself is Perry Langell, and we're here to talk about the AFC East. It's week 11 here. It's November 22nd, 2021, and got a lot going on in the division right now, and most importantly to me is there's been a change of leadership in the division.
God.
Yeah, you want to start with the losers first?
Well, what do you want to cover the Dolphins game? Because the Dolphins still won, but the Jets. Well, I mean that was our low tier game. Is that what you're talking about?
No, the actual team who lost that's here.
Oh, you mean no, not the Jets. You mean Buffalo?
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, you sound really maniacally like you really want to jump into that for some reason.
Yeah.
Is that what you want to talk about?
Yeah, Buffalo changed their emblem there. You see that?
Oh wow, they're now dropping the whole city. The whole city's dropping football, and they're just moving on to hockey, huh?
Yeah, I guess that's what they do up there.
Calling the year already. You still a winning record. You still have a winning record.
No, well,
fuck, the Patriots took till 3 weeks ago to have a winning record.
You know, I actually shut the game off when Mitch Trubisky went in to play. I mean, Mitch, people know he's our backup quarterback. So when he went in, I shut the game off. It was just horrible. I don't know what to do. I mean, just, when you lose against Jacksonville, when you lose against Indianapolis the way we did, it's just, you don't know what you have. I mean, how can you predict we can win next week? With that, I don't know what to do. It's disheartening. Numbers wise, everything else. I mean, we still have the number one defense in the NFL. We still have a lot of different things. We still have Josh Allen, like the best top 5 quarterback. You don't know when you lay an egg that things are going to happen as they happen, and you can't predict. When you play a good team, okay, we'll beat them. We beat Kansas City. But when you play Jacksonville and you lose, what the hell? I don't know. I can't predict next week. I can't predict Thursday, but I'm looking forward to Thursday. I mean, how many times do you have to get right game? I don't know. Right. So, I mean, New England, of course, is in front of us by half game. How many games? Half game.
It's a half game because so we'll say Buffalo's 6-4, New England's 7-4 right now. So no, that's a full game.
Okay.
Wait, 6-4. Wait, man.
No,
I guess
10,
I got
11.
it's a half game.
Yeah, half game.
Yeah, because we've played one more game. Yep.
But we play New England twice, and if we beat you twice,
yep,
everything's better. Everything is better. And
that's
on paper,
true.
Everything on paper. Buffalo's a better team than New England. So on paper. But I don't know what's on paper anymore because the way the Buffalo's been playing. I'm just feel bad about it.
And the general upsets around the league we were talking about before the show shows you that something's going on. The on paper, though, New England doesn't feel like they're playing like they should on paper right now. For real, though. I mean, when we talk about on paper, you got the defensive line has some X factors going on there, unbelievable, with like Matt Judon, and now we got this new guy coming up, who I lost his name actually just now, but we got like Stevenson on the offensive side and things like that. So what I'm saying is I think that it's not fair to say what the Patriots are on paper right now because I don't even think the statisticians know what that paper is.
I think there's 2 contributing factors. I think you have one, that teams learn how to play each other and how to game plan better and how to play defense against like the Bills. And I think the other factor is Buffalo might be a little overconfident playing some of these games. Maybe Jacksonville, they were overconfident. Maybe they,
That's
you
the
know,
definition of a trap game, right, Jeff?
right. I mean,
Paul's just
Indianapolis
shaking
was
his sulking.
5-5, so
No, Indianapolis coached well. They're a good team. They played us close in the playoffs last year. By 3 points, we won. They're a good team, but they're not a great team. So
Yeah, they're not in 41-15. Like, what really happened? What really broke down for Buffalo, in your opinion, this Sunday? Something broke down. If it's 41-15, that's not just like we played a tight game and it was.
no,
Yeah.
they ran over 200 yards and rushing on us. Our Achilles heel is basically rushing. Our main guy, Starlo Tulele, plugs all that, and he hasn't played in the past 2 games. So he's back this week. So because of COVID. So our main run stuffer is him. It's not the fact that he's good run stuffing, but he allows our linebackers to do the job and allows them to work. So, and then we have the best linebackers in the NFL. But if they're worried about, we're back. If we had this one player makes a difference. I'm sorry, out of 11 men.
It can, especially if they're critical to the defensive scheme. Like if their defensive scheme requires one guy to block everything up the middle pretty much. And I've seen that before. The Patriots have ran that. They used to run that last year with Lawrence Guy in his 2-gap ability. Now, but Patriots fans are used to seeing that with Will Fork. So when you say to a Patriots fan that they lose the man up the middle, your down tackle, Patriots fans also understand that if you that how that role can be.
It's not next man up. You know what I'm saying? It's not next man up. It's that guy. That guy you need.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I see what you're saying.
I mean, yeah.
Are you guys lacking depth? Then you don't have any depth after injuries.
We have depth everywhere except there, and thank God he's playing this week. He's off of the COVID, so. Oh, he's playing Thursday. One good thing. Hey, whoa! We play Thursday.
Yeah.
You do.
We will get to that later. There's a little graphic there for it, but that will be later. Yes, but yeah, prime time again. Yep.
So that's what happened. They ran over 200 yards on us, and just like in the Titans game, they ran over 200 yards on us with Henry. We'll talk about that later too. So, but that's what happened in Buffalo this past week. So and a lot. We dropped passes. We did everything. We threw up all over ourselves. So
at what point did they bring Allen out?
When you're probably you're not going to win the game and you want to protect your quarterback. That's
but I was asking when exactly did that happen? That's the why.
Fourth quarter.
That's fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I just was curious. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's go over to Thursday night football. We were just talking about Thursday night, and Thursday night we had New England at Atlanta, kind of Super Bowl rematch there, and it 25-0, total blowout. I was pretty impressed by what the Patriots were able to do, and that's where I was getting at with the Matt Judon is just a beast these days, and it's nobody's stopping him. We're talking the good linemen, good offensive linemen aren't stopping him, and the bad ones definitely aren't. And this game, though, defensive line wise, and I just said, I forgot his name. I did pull it up. Don't worry, I do try to have things a little more efficient than not. But it's Christian Barmore. He's a rookie, and he is fantastic. And basically, I think he's out of Alabama as well. He's a rookie, same draft class as out of Alabama as Mac Jones. So you have that, but other side of the ball. But still, down tackle, amazing down tackle. That I think is look for that to be a name to watch out for here the next few years. However, he's only recently kind of come into himself here in the last 2 weeks here, but this past week he was dominant for a guy that for a rookie there. So it was a breakout performance for him. Stevenson for the Patriots was dominant as well, and he's also a rookie. I was mentioning that he's a running back. Ramondre Stevenson. That's going to be a name. Ramondre Stevenson is going to be a name that I think the AFC East is going to be hearing that name for the next like 3 seasons, I'd say at least. I don't think he's going anywhere. He's the guy that got lost that fumble to Miami week 1. Jeff was Stevenson there, so that was great. Now, did you guys watch any of that one? Just curious.
I watched the whole thing.
Oh, you watched the whole thing?
Yep.
Well, I texted you. You saw that, right?
I might have. I don't remember.
No. I'll give you my opinions out on Thursday. So, anyway, but yeah.
Now I'm looking back, but yeah, okay.
You guys are pretty dominant. Your defense was dominant.
Pats O-line even. Oh, you think the Pats O-line's even with Atlanta, but the Pats D is better than the Atlanta's O?
Pretty much.
Hence
the
maybe,
score.
but I guess the D. Yeah, well, 25-0.
It's not a lot. I mean, 25-0 not a lot. I mean,
It's still
Not a lot.
It's a shutout, though.
It's a shutout, but look what the Bills did to the Dolphins. Look what they did to Washington. Look what they did.
They could have been. Well, you mean because the Pats got like 45-0 last week, or what was that, 45-7 last week? Now we're bitching that it's only 25-0 this week.
I think
like
they covered. I think they covered the spread, though.
Yeah,
but none of us bet exactly why.
Yeah, none of us do bet.
Jeff,
maybe that helps our integrity.
I don't bet.
I don't bet. Well,
I don't bet.
I did DraftKings last year. I mean, like $1 bet. So you win $1 million, that type of thing. But that's.
I kind of want to try it, but like also I know that
I was
always told it's a bad idea growing up.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was also illegal at the time, so they were like telling me not to do the illegal stuff. So I feel like it's a little different with it being legal,
Right.
I'd like to give it a try. I barely know the terminology though. Like you guys have taught me most of my terminology.
Well, there's medical marijuana. It's legal now, right?
Well, yeah. My doctor actually has some involvement on that front, but anyway.
Okay.
Speaking of medical marijuana, though, we'll go to a state that's a little more lenient on it here with they're really in New Jersey. I don't know what New Jersey's policy is when I said that. Because
is that a segue? Is that a segue, really?
Kind of. Miami at the New York Jets, which is technically New Jersey. We all know that. I'm just bringing that up.
Did you win? Really?
Yeah, Jeff.
We did win. We're on a 3-game winning streak, which is kind of odd, but we are in the weakest part of our schedule now. So, I mean, we only won by a touchdown. We could have very easily lost this game. Tua threw an interception, but besides that, he played pretty good. He did throw a 65-yard touchdown, which was cool. Our defense kind of played like they did last year. We caused the fumble, got a sack. So, I mean, we did what we're kind of used to seeing, that we won a tight game again. We won by 7. So, we'll see what happens next week, Maybe we can win another one. If we can go 9-8 this year, I'd be ecstatic right now. So,
that's playoff.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you're mostly thinking you're battling the 500 numbers here. You're playing the record.
Yeah, and all the Dolphin fans, really, we're just going week to week. We're not even thinking about the playoffs. We're just like week to week.
Playoffs?
Beat the teams we can beat.
They can do it.
We're worried about the draft now. We're about drafting free agency, trying to improve our deficiencies.
Well, you have San Francisco's first-round draft, so you can do something. Get another quarterback. So
I don't think we need a quarterback. I think when Tua's in there, we're good.
Really?
I really do. I think when he's in there, we're good.
Is he a franchise quarterback? I don't think so.
Medium to deep is also in question. Yeah. I feel like still with him.
Right, but he's very accurate. I mean, if you watch him throw, he's very accurate. He's learning to take a little bit more chances now. He's getting comfortable with his receivers when he has his receivers.
Well, you got Parker, and you got what?
Well, Parker's hurt all the time.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
And
it's like he's hurt now.
Yeah, Sheehan caught a nice pass yesterday. Gasecki. We got 5 tight ends on the team. Like, what the hell? Let's get rid of some of them, But we had a new running back came off the practice squad who did good. We almost ran for 100 yards yesterday. So it was the Jets, but the Jets have a pretty decent defensive line. So
No, they do. The Jets are not bad. Need to know half their team's injured or gone. So they're a good team. I mean, their coach is good, but I just think they don't have the horses right now.
I mean, they won some big games. The games they won,
Well, they beat they beat the Titans, right?
Right. So,
and they beat Cincinnati, right?
Was it Cincinnati they beat? Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, they have the opportunities.
So when we cover the rest of the NFL, it was so crazy, all the upsets, and you go, this team should have won, and they totally lost. The Bills should have won and lost, So this is what's great about the NFL. This is why you play the game every week.
The polarity around the NFL. Well, let's talk about those games around the NFL. What was the games that stuck out to you guys in the upset category around the NFL?
Well, you have to go with the Houston beating the Baltimore's. You know what I mean? That to me, that was the hugest upset. But you know what? No, that's the biggest. That was huge. Then
Houston beat the Titans.
Oh, that's right. That's what I meant.
That's 22-13
without Derrick Henry. So is this a trend for them? If they don't have Derrick Henry, are all their games going to go this way?
Because now they're relying upon Tannehill.
Yeah, that's it. They're only a one-dimensional team now. And you just put 2 safeties in the back and you double up in your corners and you play zone. So, I mean, beyond that, no one's going to run for them. I mean, Henry beat the Bills. Henry beat everybody, but you don't have the horse anymore, right?
Yeah, how long is he out for? Is he out for the season?
Season. So, I mean, they were 8-2. I mean, they were good. Now they're gone. Now Houston's beating them.
Wait, so you're saying Henry's out for the season?
Yes.
Well, that's huge for the Patriots since we're playing them this week.
I know it is.
Yeah.
That's why you're favored 4.5.
Holy shit. Anyway, we'll cover that in a minute.
Yeah.
But
another upset was the Vikings squeaking it out over the Packers. I think that was an upset. I'm kind of glad they lost, though, because of Aaron Rodgers' shenanigans. And Washington beat Carolina Panthers. Cam Newton started that game.
Washington's a good team. I mean, don't hold them to it. They're a good team. I know Buffalo blanked them, but they beat the other team. Buccaneers last week, right?
They did? Oh yeah. That's some insanity there.
They have a great coach. They really do. So
yeah.
The Bengals beat the Raiders.
Yeah.
In Vegas.
Yeah.
The Cardinals beat the Seahawks. The Seahawks are terrible this year. They're 3-7.
Well, Russell hasn't been playing. You know that.
Right.
So
Cowboys got beat by the Chiefs.
Well,
I was a little upset about that.
Barely. What was it? 19 and what?
19-9.
19-9. Come on.
Yeah.
How would you call that an upset, though? I feel like that's just sort of like.
Oh, the Chiefs are good. Yeah.
The Chiefs are good, but when does the Chiefs only score 19? So there's wrong with them too, right?
People are figuring out how to play them now.
I don't know. It's becoming a league of parity where everybody knows the other person, everybody knows their game film, everybody knows everything. So
that's the way it should be.
Well, it is. It's come to a point. Yeah. I mean, the cream rise to the top. How about that? Right.
Right.
So.
Yeah. The Steelers-Chargers game was a close one. Then again, I see them as teams of sort of equal talent at this time. The records show it 2-5-4, 6-4. They're kind of
why the Steelers lose? They lost because they don't have a quarterback, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the thing. That's why
they lost. Period.
Yeah, and that's why I put them in similar talent categories as the franchises. That's where the balancing act happens. But then again, this is Now, but that's what we're talking about too here. Those things are lined up well. They've done a good job. 10 years ago, the NFL had extreme polarity issues. There was no parity. You just literally I remember it was like the Patriots winning by like 50 points. 8 of the 16 games and things like that happening back in like 2010. Now it's less like that. I mean, you don't really have anybody running through and like getting
Anybody.
40-0 for 8+
Yeah.
game season this season.
Well,
The last couple years, we really haven't been, and it's that's how things are intended.
Well, let me tell you this real quick. I'm sorry, Jeff. Sportsline.com, they're very reputable sports reporting agency. Here's the playoff chances. Just get to the playoffs. Arizona is 99.9 getting to the playoffs. Buffalo is 99.9 getting to the playoffs. New England is 79.26 getting to the playoffs. Miami's 1%. Jets are 0. I'm just saying, that's what it is. I mean, that is what all the Vegas things and everything saying. What's getting to the point? But I'm really surprised about New England. But they're doing good. They are 79% chance getting to the playoffs.
Well, remember last year the NFC was terrible. Like you only had to be barely 500, and you could make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Even like the NFC East there last year. Yeah, that was bad.
I mean, like the Dolphins had a better record than other teams that were in the playoffs that were division winners.
Yeah, true. We this year we don't have a division that's just completely in the wallows like that.
Right.
No, we don't. Really. It's like one of the first years ever. Where
the only team that really sucks is Detroit. Really sucks.
Oh yeah, Detroit. Okay, yeah, but at least that's not the whole division. I mean, you got the Packers.
Detroit almost won last week. What are you talking about? So, against Cleveland. Yeah.
Detroit will win a game. It'll be late in the season though, when like the other team's not playing their starters. That's in a playoff or something.
Yeah.
I don't think they got the best end of that trade with the Chargers or the Rams. I don't think that was the best trade. They did not get a good deal on that.
You guys want to chat about our next week games?
Yeah, oh sure, yeah. So I'll say we'll start off with Thursday night primetime football here. That's the next game chronologically here. Buffalo at New Orleans. I said New Orleans, kind of very northern there, very Yankee. I guess that's the New England in me. Week 12, Thursday, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now we
let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
So I have to plan my whole Thanksgiving around this game.
Oh, true. It's Thanksgiving. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we say Thursday night football, and I just didn't even know me at this time. Yeah, Thanksgiving game. Turkey.
The turkey
night.
comes out probably about 1:00, and we'll do that and scarf it down and all that stuff. Then there's the nap time. Okay, so I'm gonna miss all the NFL that period of time.
So Lions game.
There's a nap time, and then of course in the game at 8:20. It's the only way I can make it. And then I have to go, I have to work the next morning, so I'll have to figure that out too. So don't know. That's gonna be a little tough working that day. However, I'm gonna be the only person in the lab because everybody else is wanting to go out and kill deer. So,
okay, well, at least then you don't have to worry about how bad the hangover looks.
I'm going in my pajamas, I'm thinking. It's like, yeah. Jeff.
Yes, sir.
People take off the day after.
I'm going in on I'm working on Thanksgiving.
I'm working it.
People, it's a national holiday in Pennsylvania also on that Monday because they kill things.
Right.
I got everybody closed down on Monday. No one's coming to work on Monday because they want to kill things. Sorry,
I'm working half a day Thursday. I'm coming home in time for the games.
Okay. Well,
but I'm taking off on Friday.
Let's talk about the game. Simeon, he's okay. He's a game manager.
Yeah.
I'm
That's the
talking
most
about
I see out of
I'm talking about the New Orleans quarterback.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Winston's out now.
Yep, their main running back is gone.
Hill?
No, New Orleans' main running.
No, you're talking about Kamara.
Yeah, Kamara. So he's gone. So there's not a bad problem with our running game for going against Buffalo, and we get our running back Stuffer back. So I got to be in favor of that game for Buffalo, and I'm gonna be pretty pissed off from last week, from yesterday. So I'm giving that a favor. Yeah.
You have a point there with that bounce back kind of thing there. I mean, traditionally, the game after the hangover game, no, the game after the trap game is where you, that's where things kind of come together again. That's why I said the failure back. The previous two losses I said were that for the Bills. I didn't think that they'd actually keep. I didn't think they'd lose another one, honestly, this year.
No,
when I
we
said
had
that,
we had two trap games, and we don't deserve to go to the playoffs or anything else to do beyond that. If we lose this game, there's no reason
really
we can't win
think
it.
you had three. I think they fell to a trap game week one against the Steelers as well. I mean, it just felt like they thought they just had it in the bag right when they went in there. I think it was one of those. I really do. I think they played like they thought they had that in the bag, and then they found out the Steelers actually showed up week one.
Well, Vegas agrees with you, and we're 4.5 point favorites at New Orleans. I mean, at their home, we're still 4.5 point favorites. So I'm going Vegas, and I'm going to say we're going to be at least what's my points? It's going to be like 24-20.
Yeah, you're not going to put up 35 on Thanksgiving.
28-24.
Yeah. Jeff,
what are your thoughts, Jeff? Yeah.
I think the Bills are scoring 35 this game. I think Allen's going to go off. I think you guys are going to get your stuff together again. I don't think New Orleans is that great. I mean, the record says they're good, but
they're on the third string quarterback too. I mean,
exactly. Yeah. That worked out good for the Jets yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like 35-10 or something like that. I really think Buffalo is going to blow this out, especially prime time. You're going to be in warmer weather. You're going to be in New Orleans.
Yeah, it was raining and sleeting, all that stuff yesterday. So
yeah, it was terrible. Yep.
All right, guys.
That game will be on. That game's on NBC. Who's going to be telecasting that game?
Oh, NBC.
You have Collinsworth and Al Michaels.
Yeah, you got that's what it is, I think.
And it's Turkey Day, so it's going to be one of those.
Yeah,
high end broadcasts there.
Right.
So, but yeah, so we're gonna have
the high end broadcast goes to the Dallas game, of course. You know that. But
what?
I see what you're saying.
You're going to get Romo for the Dallas game.
Yeah. Well, Dallas
that's on CBS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, okay. So Tennessee at New England. Tennessee 8-3. New England 7-4. That's at 1 p.m. Sunday. Good. That could be a solid game. Although I will say, you guys did bring it to my attention. King Henry is out, so that's going to be a major one. That one does put it to me as a New England favorite because New England's hot right now. They've won 5 in a row. Yeah, 5 in a row. So this is a good team at the moment. Now Tennessee's a good team. It's 8-3. They beat the Bills already. Kind of a fluke thing, which I'm sure Paul wants me to move off of as soon as possible. But they did beat the Bills, so they're dangerous. This is not a easy matchup. They're already 8-3. They proven themselves. However, their key running back is out. More than key running back. I mean, he is the face of that offense. So to me, it's not a ton different than them losing a starting quarterback, honestly, on a team that relies that heavily on the run. Because you got Tannehill. Is Tannehill a good quarterback, Jeff?
No.
He needs weapons.
No.
He needs weapons around
him.
He
needs people, yeah.
And if he doesn't have people, he sucks. So
yeah, and Jeff's kind of had a few because we're playing the AFC South, so all of us are facing Tennessee this year. And I
Right.
just love watching how there's like 4 weeks this year where Jeff gets to be like, "Oh my God,
Can't
get
stand
Ryan!"
it. Get him out of there.
Where's Fitzpatrick? Oh my God!
Well,
Yeah.
Rick, I mean, if the hits weren't changed so much, Matt Judon would be way more dangerous to that situation. Like he's one of those guys right now that's just in that backfield all the time. So if you can feel rested that Tannehill's not going to have an easy week this week, as far as he's
Right.
going to have people in the backfield all week. Because that's where the Patriots are at right now, and that's kind of the Patriots I have always loved is when they have a strong defensive line, and it gives you something to really root for. Historically, Belichick has had some good defensive lines, starting really with Ryan,
okay, all right.
with Richard Seymour. I got you there, Paul. So, what I'm saying is here though is that I think what's our score here? I'm saying I think the Patriots are favored to win. It's in New England as well. My score that I go with is I'm going to say 28-14. 28-14. Yes, that's my score. 28-14. I don't see anything special about their defense, really.
Yeah, I'm going to go New England on this also. I mean, Mac Jones is looking really good now. Tennessee just got beat this weekend.
By who? By who?
I said it earlier. I just went on my mind. But they did get beat. Houston, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Houston. Yeah, so, yeah, but then that's that thing. You know what we just said, though?
Tyrod
Buffalo
Taylor.
lost, so.
Tyrod Taylor.
So, but they're going to bring in. That's the trick, though. You're going to bring in after a trap game, post trap game. That might make Tennessee more dangerous. Whereas, just like we said about Buffalo against New Orleans, that rule still applies here against Tennessee at New England. I think that Tennessee could end up showing up to play, but then again, you're missing Henry. So, is that still going to be enough?
Do you think Belichick lets his players get down, though? You know what I mean? I think he's going to be like, just from what I know of him, his coaching style, he's probably been more amped up to be like, let's go after these guys. Let's not rest on our laurels.
I don't think the Patriots feel like this is a trap game. I think that they feel like they have to claw for every win they can, especially with a rookie quarterback, and I think they all know that in the New England locker room. I do think, though, that I'm saying that Tennessee just came off of a trap game. So this is that post-trap game where you have the redemption game. So Tennessee.
In Tennessee, who's behind them? It's Indianapolis, who just won. So they're going to have a little pressure too, correct?
Yes, exactly. So yeah, you're correct. There's a reason to play. They have something to lose. They're 8-3. They have a playoff. They have playoff contention to lose. They're like you said, they're the team to beat right now in the AFC South. So it's not, So it seems to me like they would.
They're a game and a half behind Buffalo. So yeah, if they lose another game, which they play the Buccaneers also, by the way, coming up. So yeah, so they're trying to play for the one spot, and if they don't have their main dude, I mean, I don't see them winning another game without Henry.
By the way, so something I just want to point out when you said they're going to be facing you're saying Tennessee's going to be facing the Bucs soon?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so either way, no matter what happens, when that matchup happens, you have Mike Vrabel head coaching against Tom Brady. That's unique because it's a former player that used to be, he actually has caught touchdowns for Brady as the head coach on the other team. I mean, he's a linebacker, but he has actually caught touchdowns in the end zone in the Super Bowl. Then he'd be head coach against Brady. It's weird.
Let me throw that up. What more weird? Dable was the tight end coach for New England. So
Vrabel? Who?
Dable.
Okay, I don't know.
Ryan Dable for the Buffalo Bills, our offensive coordinator, was the offensive coordinator for tight ends for New England Patriots.
Okay. So he just switched over.
Yeah, and then he went to Alabama with Saban. Then he went to the Bills. But, Dable's got like 3 Super Bowl rings. So I'm just saying of the Buffalo Bills offensive coordinator. So yeah, it's part of the Belichick tree. So
And he was a
Right.
tight ends coach for New
the
England.
tight ends, which covered, the tight end of
He
Gronk
he
and
coached
probably
Vrabel.
Hernandez in that era.
yeah. Chris Gronk.
Weirdly enough.
So
And Hernandez.
quiet.
Okay.
All right.
And so, speaking of
let me
crime,
get my-
let's cover the game in Miami. We've got Carolina 5-6 against Miami 4-7. That's actually a pretty, it's somewhat even records going on. Not as even as the next game we'll talk about, but this is Week 12, Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. I can foresee a good game here actually because Miami's been playing halfway decent. Carolina's going to be tough for Miami. I think Carolina's going to be tough.
They're favored by 1.5 points.
Carolina is.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised they're favored because they're coming off a loss, and we're coming off a win.
Yeah, but you're Miami.
So I want to know what the spread would have been if Cam Newton didn't go there.
Right, I keep forgetting. Yeah, you're facing Cam. Man,
Yeah.
you had to face him twice last year. Now
He looked good.
It's a great story, buddy.
He looked good
It
last week, but he didn't do it. He didn't win yesterday, so.
Did you see him walking up to the game and to the press conference with his hair up? He had a top hat and it was cut in a hole.
Oh yeah,
and then his hair popping out on top.
Right.
He looked like a Dr. Seuss character. I swear to God, it was cool as hell. And
Does he design this stuff himself?
I don't know.
he probably had someone do it for him. Yeah,
his girlfriend's hot, but all right, cool.
No, I think the Dolphins are gonna win the game. It's in Miami. We're on a streak. We've got some confidence. Tua's looking good. There's some chemistry there. I mean, Cam might have a good game, but I think our defense is kind of gelling again. I think we could beat them. It's going to be a close game. It's always a close game because we can't score points. But we might put up 21-17 or something like that.
Well, the
It's going to
Dolphins
be one of those kind of games.
The Dolphins can't get more than 250 yards per game. All right.
Right.
Whatever you do with it, that's fine. Your defense got to score. And that's if your defense doesn't score, you're not going to win. So I'm sorry.
Or at least cause a fumble or something, get the ball back to us.
Yeah.
We need more possessions than the other team.
Well, your quarterback does not have enough juice. He does not have enough juice to go and light it up.
Right.
I'm sorry about that, but he's a rookie, sort of.
Yeah, that's a problem. He's starting to get tail end of his second year, and we're still acting like he's a rookie.
Well, he kind of is a rookie. I mean, he hasn't even played a full schedule yet. He hasn't played 16 games yet.
He hasn't played 16. Well, he's been a part of the franchise as a starter for over 16 games worth of time.
Yeah,
as far as since week 8 of last year. That's over a year ago now.
San Diego Hubert, everybody, you have a good quarterback. People like him, you really do. You don't have a good quarterback. You don't. Right up front, Russell Wilson. You have a good quarterback. His floor is, I don't know. You walk in and his floor, you're like crunched over and you see like, okay, I got maybe 5 feet. Okay.
Right.
But you look at Hubert and you look at Josh Allen, you look at all that, you're looking at, I don't know, a 20-foot floor on top of you. He has growth potential. I'm sorry. You need another quarterback.
And it might happen in the off season.
I know. You may buy one. I don't know, sell your first round or whatever. But he's not your franchise quarterback. I'm sorry.
I think he's playing. I mean, he's going to play good this year.
No, he's
and he'll have some trade value as a backup for somebody. Or
yeah. Peterson's still playing for. He threw 5 interceptions in one game. Buffalo Bills. He's playing for whatchamacallit, Raiders. So I'm just, still.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, we're taking it week by week. That's all we're doing.
I know. I know what you're doing.
If we finish 500, we'll be happy. I mean, that's
you screwed off all your draft picks. We got that, but you'll get it back and you're fine.
Well, there'll be some changes in the offseason, either management or I don't think the coach is going anywhere, but the general manager might be gone.
Yeah, well, you do what you do. Miami's good, so they had the perfect season, right?
9-8. That's all we need.
Yeah, well, what I see out of Miami, I almost see a lot of the ways you describe Miami tonight reminds me of how I felt around this time of year last year with the Patriots, where it's like they got a few key pieces that are working, but like the quarterback position isn't really, you're not like overly confident. For us, it was Cam Newton, who you're playing this week, actually, weirdly enough, but like it was just, it's just herky jerky. So I can relate there with you. So what are we thinking for scores, though? I'm thinking. You said. Well, I'm thinking
21-17.
I'm thinking 10-17, and I think. I think Miami could pull this off. I'm going to say 10 Carolina, 17 Miami, and part of it is what I saw out of him a year ago. Maybe that's not fair because he's with a new squad. I'm going to say a year ago. That's about all I could see Cam mustering out at yardage and getting downfield. And especially now that you got Miami's got good DBs. So you got that issue. And Cam can't read good DBs.
Miami has some of the best DBs in football. So,
yeah, and that's the thing. Cam couldn't read much of anything a year ago. Then you expect him to just come back into it. It's not like he walked back into the same offense he used to play in Carolina. It's a whole new squad, a whole new coaching staff.
Well, I hope he has home. I mean, it's where he lives. You know what I mean? Hey,
yeah. Maybe he's back home, but it's not. Yeah. It's not like he's gonna have a new offensive scheme and stuff. He's not home.
You can't really sell a $20 million home, right?
Okay, but Carolina did not take him because they wanted him. They took him because they lost their quarterback, and he was the best available on the market right now.
It's a good storyline, buddy.
It is a good storyline, but it's not like the Watson thing where, I think Watson's better than Cam Newton, but he's not available,
Okay. Well, Well, Watson, is he still hired on with Houston technically, or is he actually a free agent? Okay. Well, Jets are going to be playing Houston, and they're playing Houston here. It's going to be Jets are 2-8. So this is interesting. You got two awful teams playing each other. Jets 2-8, Houston 2-8. So you got battle of the almost winless here. Battle of who's. It's this game is a who's not as bad. Now Houston had that miracle win against Tennessee, somewhat miracle win, and then the Jets are there. So what do you say here? I mean, I think that I favor Houston here because they were able to prove themselves, so they have some confidence boosted there, and then on top of it, they're home, and I think home field advantage in a game like this. And Houston's a distance game here for the Jets. That's a haul. That's a bit of a haul. I've done that flight before. It is. So I think that you're looking at I think you're looking at a sloppy game. Now that means points wise, it's about impossible to predict because I think it's just going to be a slop fest. I think you're going to see just like penalty flags. I think interceptions. I think
no, I disagree.
You do?
No. I've done the flight to Houston, and it's a nice airport. You fly into Humble, Texas. They say it's Humboldt. I mean, it's spelled Humble, Texas, but the H is silent because it's Spanish. Anyway, it's Humble, Texas, and you fly into there, and I truly believe that their quarterback, Tyrod Taylor, former Buffalo Bills quarterback, will lead them to a victory. So, I mean, that's easy. I have no problem. I mean, I will bet the ranch that Houston wins this game.
Yeah, well, I think okay, yeah. I mean, that's about what. Okay, so you think it's not going to be a tight one? You think it's going to be just like a blowout with Houston?
Not a blowout. It's just going to be a win.
A win.
So,
Okay. You
yeah.
think? Well, that's what I was thinking. A win for Houston, but I think score-wise, I can't read this worth a damn because it's two crap teams. In the sense that what I mean though is not the flight causing for penalties and crap. It's not that bad of a flight. I didn't mean that. What I meant was that it's just like two crap teams that I think.
Wait. Jeff, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh yeah. Was
We'll
this
get-
because we probably
we'll
should
get
have
to
had
it.
that for the New Orleans game coverage, but it comes in. Yeah, you were gonna wear that 2 weeks ago, and I had to tell you take it off because we had like two games, 2 weeks of cover. Still, now it was the day of, and now I guess you landed it, but man, did that come out like right at the last minute?
Is that a fried chicken? I think because your green is fried, so I'm calling it a fried turkey
It's a deep fried turkey.
because your brain is fried. All right.
How do you? What do they call the little toppers? Little leg toppers?
Chef
Cool.
hats.
Cool.
Or what?
They're like little chef hats.
Little chef hats? Okay.
Yeah.
No, what do you
Little
call them?
chicken
now?
shoes?
If you were in France, what would you call them?
Chef hats.
Okay,
That's what I would call them.
we'll have the answer next episode. So okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Well,
yeah, so scores though. We do want to get scores though on the New York Jets over at Houston game.
Okay. My score is going to be Houston 24, Dolphins 16. I'm sorry, Jeff.
Oh, so I looked it up. They're known as I was close to chicken shoes, and they're called turkey booties or
Okay.
turkey
Yeah.
frillies. Oh,
Very good.
turkey
All right.
frills.
All right.
Okay,
All
turkey
right.
booties though. I like that.
Paul.
All right.
Paul, Houston is playing the Jets,
Yep.
not Miami.
I
Same
guess
thing. Same thing.
I
Oh.
missed that. I was busy looking at turkey booties.
I love booties. Okay.
Yeah, turkey. Jeff's got showing you two turkey booties right now.
Very good.
All right. It's a good thing we don't play in Djibouti. So
I think the Jets are winning this game. Honestly,
Are you serious? No,
yeah.
You got Tyrod Taylor. He's a quarterback who
Okay.
deserves to start. He's a
Okay,
starting quarterback.
Miami beat Houston. Miami beat the Jets. All right.
Excuse me. He's a starting quarterback. He played for the Buffalo Bills and got them to the playoffs.
I think Flacco's going to pull one out his butt. Honestly.
Flacco won the Super Bowl. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
But, he really didn't win the Super Bowl, but okay, his defense did. I don't know. I'm staying. There. Boom.
I'm calling
gonna
an
say-
upset.
I'm staying.
I'm trying to think. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna say Houston wins to New York.
Who's the best quarterback on the field? Really? It's Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, it would be Tyrod Taylor over anybody that I can picture
Yeah.
versus Joe Flacco or Mike White.
By the way, here's an interesting thing. Tyrod Taylor was the backup of Flacco
Oh,
for 4 years in Baltimore.
wow, that is fascinating.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Mhm.
So so I'm gonna go 10-12 and it's separated by a safety. I'm gonna say Houston wins by a safety because it's a crap game. It's just a mess. So
Right.
why don't I just make the score a mess?
Yeah.
Seriously, that's my logic. Any other score? Did we miss a score?
No.
Like, did you guys both? Okay. All
No.
right. Well, anything else
I
before
was
we're
just going to
taking
say the first game on Thanksgiving Day is not a very good game either. You got the Bears and the Lions.
Oh my God, that sucks.
Well, we always watch. I always say that the annual tradition is to watch the Lions served up on a platter.
Here's a
Right.
knife. Here, I'm cutting my wrist right now. I'm not.
Oh gosh.
That might be like nap time right there.
Yeah.
Wake up at 4,
Problem
get
is,
ready
it's
for the
always too early
Cowboys.
for nap. The problem is the Bears. The Lions always play too early for nap time. It's 1:00. It's like right when you're actually eating, and then the Cowboys play during nap time.
A 4 o'clock game is always the premier game, Which
Yeah,
is
but it's also nap time.
It's nap time. So I think the Bills game is like premier. I mean, that's the game you want to watch.
That's the game,
after
yeah.
After nap time. So
Yeah.
Go Bills, man. I don't
There you
know. I'm depressed, so then leave me alone.
Yeah.
You're only in second place by a half a game.
Oh,
You're 2 games over 500.
shut the fuck up. Really?
6-4, man. Wow.
You have to be excited about the jockeying this year, though, don't you?
Yes, exactly.
Let me close this podcast out. You have to be excited about the parody of football right now, where everybody is a bitch and everybody is a winner, and it's got to be exciting, even from Miami Dolphins all the way from New England Patriots, who are our division leaders, and to the Buffalo Bills. And, everybody loses. I mean, look at the Packers.
Yep.
Look at Arizona. I mean, look at all these things. It's exciting to watch football right now. It really is. And any given Sunday, thank you, Oliver Stone. Let's just go and have it, man.
All right. Well, I think that's a great place to end this at. So this has been the AFC East by NAFCo, where Week 11 coverage brought to you by NAFCo, the Northern Appalachian Film Collective. Check us out on Facebook. That's the NAFCo Film Collective Facebook group is the best way to reach us. And then you got West PA Systems. Go to westpasystems.com. 21st Century Electrical Build Contractor, as well as Dakota, the DuBois Area Council on the Arts. All right, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure broadcasting with you for today. Peace
Happy
out.
Thanksgiving, guys.
Yes.
Turkey!
Happy Thanksgiving.